Unit 1. Tape Script 1.
Her name is Lorella Braglia.
OK. Where does she live?
She lives in Italy, in Reggio Emilia.
Who does she work for?
She has her own company.
Really? What's the name?
Diele. Dielle.
And what does this company do?
They produce knitwear, pullovers, etc. She's the main designer.
Oh. And does she speak English?
Yes. She and her husband speak excellent English.
Her husband?
Yes. He's the marketing director.
So they work together?
That's right.
How old are they?
I think they're both about 30.
Tape Script 2.
Lorella Braglia is the founder of Diele and also the main designer. Her husband, Danilo, works for the company as marketing director. Lorella designs 2 collections every year and presents them at fashion shows in London, Paris, and New York. Diele makes everything in Italy and uses very modern equipment in its workshops. The company employs the services of 70 workshops in and around Reggio Emilia. It produces 100,000 units per year.
Tape Script 3.
A. B. C. D. E. F. G. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z.
Tape Script 4. 1.
Who do you work for?
BA. That's British Airways.
2.
What about you?
GM, General Motors, the American car company.
3.
What does HP stand for?
It stands for Hewlett-Packard.
4.
What is BASF?
It's a German chemical company.
5.
What is your name?
Santh. That's S-A-N-Z.
And your initial?
E for Enrique.
6.
What does AOL mean?
America Online.
7.
What kind of a qualification is a BA?
It stands for Bachelor of Arts. It's a university degree.
8.
So you work for the FBI. What does that mean?
Well, the FBI is the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Tape Script 5A.
What's your name?
Gonzague Lepoutre.
Could you spell that, please?
Sure. Gonzague. New word. Lepoutre.
Where do you work?
I work in London.
Who do you work for?
I work for UBS.
What is your job?
I am a human resources manager.
And where are you from?
I am from France, but I live in England, near Oxford.
Tape script 5B. 1,
What is your job?
2,
Where do you work?
3,
Are you married?
4,
Where do you live?
5,
Do you live in a house or a flat?
6.
What do you do in your free time?
Tape script 6.
Alessandra, let me introduce you to my colleague, Simon Hastings.
How do you do? Pleased to meet you.
How do you do?
Do you work here, Alessandra?
No, I work for SAP. I'm a consultant. This is my colleague, Akiko Takayama.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Akiko. Where are you from?
I'm from Osaka, in Japan.
Where do you work?
I work for SAP in Frankfurt. I'm a software engineer. And you?
I'm a journalist. I work here at Business Monthly. Sally's my boss.
Tape script 7.
Can you begin by telling us a bit about Nokia? What does the company do?
Nokia mainly produces and sells mobile telephones. We also build base stations. They transmit the signals.
And where are you based?
The head office is in Helsinki. We also have a research center in Tampere. That's about 150 kilometers north of Helsinki. We have research centers in other countries as well.
I see. How many people do you employ?
About 53,000 worldwide. We have factories in about 10 countries and offices in many more.
What languages do you speak in the company?
Finnish and English, of course.
What are your biggest markets?
China. We sell a lot of telephones in China. I go there a lot. The US is also a big market, and Europe too. There's a lot of competition.
Who are the competitors?
Motorola and Ericsson.
Where do you advertise?
On TV, in magazines, and on buses. We also sponsor sports events.
Tape script 8. 1,
France. French.
2,
Brazil. Brazilian.
3,
Italy. Italian.
4,
China. Chinese.
5,
Portugal. Portuguese.
6,
Australia. Australian.
7,
Germany. German.
8,
Japan. Japanese.
9,
Spain. Spanish.
10.
Mexico. Mexican.
Tape script 9.
What do you do at the weekends?
I often go to my cabin near Lake Pukkala.
What do you do there?
I swim or play tennis.
Who do you play with?
My sons.
And where do you swim?
In the lake. It's very cold but very refreshing.
What do you do in the evenings?
I listen to music or take a sauna.
Thank you.
Tape script 10A.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. My name is Sarah James, and I'm here to give a brief presentation on the company. My talk is very short, so please keep your questions for the end. The first part of my presentation is about the company structure of Pizza Hut UK. The second part looks at the present activity of the company in the UK, and in the last part, I want to talk about our future plans. First, the structure. Let's start with the parent company. As you know, Pizza Hut UK is a subsidiary of Tricon Global Restaurants. There are other brands in the group, such as KFC and Taco Bell. The president of Pizza Hut UK is John Princeell. Now, let's look at our present activity. Business is very good. People in Britain like pizza. We have sales of over £300 million from 400 outlets. We employ about 16,000 people. In Britain, our brand is very well known. 80% of the population eat at Pizza Hut at least once a year. On top of that, we deliver 75 million pizzas to people's homes. Pizzas are our main product, but we also sell a lot of pasta, salads, desserts and drinks. Finally, the future. In the next 10 years, we plan to open at least another 100 restaurants. At the moment, our market share of all meals in restaurants in Britain is 6%. We would like to increase that number to 10% in the next 10 years. With our customers and our staff, that aim is possible. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
Tape script 10B. 1.
My name is Sarah James, and I'm here to give a brief presentation on the company.
2.
The first part of my presentation is about the company structure of Pizza Hut UK. The second part looks at the present activity of the company in the UK, and in the last part, I want to talk about our future plans.
3.
First, the structure. Let's start with the parent company.
4.
Now, let's look at our present activity.
5.
Do you have any questions?
Tape script 11. 1.
Where do you work?
2.
How much does he earn?
3.
What does she do?
4.
He doesn't speak English.
5.
Does she work here now?
Yes, she does.
6.
Do you use a PC?
Yes, I do.
Tape script 12. 1.
What's the company called?
2.
Could you spell that?
3.
Is it a private company?
4.
What's the turnover?
5.
Where is it based?
6.
Who are the competitors?
7.
How many people does it employ?
8.
Who's the managing director?
9.
What does the company produce?
Unit 2. Tape script 13.
Royal Princess Hotel. Good morning.
Good morning. Could I reserve a room for next week for 3 nights from Monday the 1st of November?
Certainly, sir. 3 nights from Monday the 1st, you say?
Yes, that's right.
Single or double room, sir?
Single, please.
Okay, let me check. Yes, we have a room free. May I have your name, please?
It's Gervais. That's G-E-R-V-A-I-S.
Sorry, that's G-E-R...
V-A-I-S. But the reservation is in the name of my company, Cambridge Management Consulting. That's CMC.
Okay, I've got that. Can you confirm your reservation in writing, please, sir?
I am afraid I'm not in my office today. Can I fax you tomorrow?
Yes, of course. That's fine.
Could you tell me your fax number?
Yes, it's 662-238-1999.
Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Tape script 14. Conversation 1.
Excuse me, is this Mr. Maletta's office?
Yes, it is. Can I help you?
Yes. I'm Chris Sutton. I have an appointment to see Mr. Maletta.
I'm afraid he's in another meeting at the moment, Mr. Sutton. Could you wait a few minutes?
Yes, of course.
Conversation 2.
Hello. Could I speak to Mario Maletta, please? It's Chris Sutton here.
Oh, hello, Mr. Sutton. I'm sorry, but Mr. Maletta isn't here today.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Could you ask him to call me back?
Yes, certainly. Can I have your number?
Tape script 15A.
Think. That. The. Other. Bath. Month. Thank. 3. This. There. Theatre. 30.
Tape script 15B. 1.
Is that the theatre?
2.
It's not this month. It's the other month.
3.
I think there are 3 rooms with a bath.
Tape script 16. 1.
Do you have the time, please?
Yes, it's 3:15.
What time does the meeting start this afternoon?
At 5:30. And it finishes at 7 o'clock.
2.
Oh, no. It's time to go. It's already 9:20.
What time's your train?
At 10 to 10.
3.
This is the last call for flight number LO532 to Warsaw, leaving at 14:45. All passengers for the 14:45 flight to Warsaw, flight number LO532, please go to gate 25.
Tape script 17.
How far is it from the city centre to the airport?
Not far. About 10 kilometers, I think.
And what's the best way to get to the centre?
Well, airport taxis are quite expensive, so I always take the airport shuttle bus. It's cheap and quick.
How long does it take to get there?
About 25 minutes.
And how often does the bus go? My flight's on a Sunday.
I think there are buses every half an hour at weekends, and they run all day from about 5:30 in the morning to 11 at night.
OK, I'll take the bus then. I also want to go shopping in Warsaw, if I've got time. When are the shops and banks open?
The banks open at 8 or 9 in the morning. Shops are usually open from 8 to 6.
From 8 o'clock? That's good. I can shop early in the morning, before my meetings.
Yes, but be careful. Some specialist boutiques open late, at about 11 in the morning. And if you're there on Saturday, most shops close at 2.
Right, I'll remember that. Thanks for all your help. I'll send you a postcard.
Tape script 18. 1,
There are 70 rooms in the hotel.
2,
It's 18 kilometres from the airport.
3,
My plane is at 3:15.
4,
We have 30 companies in the group.
5,
It takes 14 hours by road.
6,
There are 90 people at the conference.
7.
The bus comes every 16 minutes.
Tape script 19. Conversation 1.
Good afternoon. Could I see your passport, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Are you here on business?
Yes, I am.
How many days are you here for?
Just 3.
And how much money do you have with you?
About $500.
Okay. Thank you. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Conversation 2.
Could you come here, sir?
Yes, sure.
How much luggage do you have?
Just this one bag.
Do you have any perfume, cigarettes, tobacco?
No, I have some duty-free wine. That's all.
How many bottles do you have?
2.
Thank you, sir. Could you just open your suitcase for me?
Tape script 20.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. I'd like a single room for tonight, please, if you have one.
Have you got a reservation, sir?
No, I haven't.
Just one moment. Let me check. Yes, we have a single room.
Does it have a shower?
Yes, it does, sir. It's got a shower and a bath.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Very good, sir. Could I have your credit card, please?
Unit 3. Tape script 21.
Leanne Sands, how can I help you?
Hi, Leanne. This is Vernon.
Vernon! Where are you?
I'm in your building. I have a great view of the Empire State Building, but I can't find your offices.
Are you on the 14th floor?
No, I'm on the 4th. In reception, they told me to go to the 4th.
No, we're on the 14th, Vernon. Are you near an elevator?
Yes, there's one just next to me. It's elevator, D.
Elevator D. Okay. So take the elevator to the 14th floor. When you come out of the elevator, turn left. You'll see the conference center in front of you. Then take the first right.
1 second. So that's left at the elevator, then first right.
Yeah. Go along the corridor, past the conference center. At the end of the corridor, you come to a small escalator. Go up the escalator, and Glick and Warburg is immediately on the right, just opposite the business center.
So that's along the corridor, up the escalator, and you're on the right.
Yeah, just opposite the business center. It's easy to find. There are signs everywhere.
Okay, thanks, Leanne. I'll be with you in a moment. Bye.
Good luck, Vernon.
Tape script 22.
30. 13. It. Eat. Live. Leave. Sit. Seat. This. These.
Tape script 23.
Hello?
Hello. Could I speak to David Payton, please?
Certainly. Who's calling, please?
This is Monique Dumont from Execo.
Hold on one moment, please. Hello. I'm afraid David's in a meeting at the moment. Can I take a message?
Yes. Could you ask him to call me back? It's about his trip to France.
Yes, of course. Could you tell me your number?
Yes, it's 33, that's the code for France, then 2, 51, 25, 89, 74.
89, 74. Okay, I'll give him the message.
Thank you for your help. Goodbye.
Tape script 24. 1,
Could I have your name?
2,
Can I leave a message?
3,
Hold on a moment.
4,
Could you ask Ellen to call me back?
5,
I'm afraid she's not in the office at the moment.
Tape script 25.
Hello, is that David?
Yes, speaking. Is that Monique?
Yes. Hello, David. How are you?
I'm fine.
It's about your trip to France next week.
Yes.
Would you like to stay on for the weekend? As a guest of Execo, of course.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I'm afraid I have a flight to England on Friday evening.
Can you change it?
Yes, I'm sure that's possible. I don't have any meetings at the weekend.
Because we'd like to take you to the Loire Valley. What do you think?
Well, that would be very nice.
We can have dinner in a chateau, we can go wine tasting, and would you like to go ballooning?
I'm sorry?
The best way to go sightseeing in the Loire is in a hot air balloon, David.
Well, yes, I'd love to.
Okay, I'll make all the reservations and I'll call you back.
Yes, but...
Tape script 26.
What would you like, Katrin?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
Well, it's difficult to say. There's a different menu every day, but it's always good. I'll have the green curry myself. I really like Thai food. Do you like spicy dishes?
No, not really.
Then I suggest you try the lasagna as a main course. Italian dishes are always very good here.
Okay, I'll have that. Just a second. There's paella on the menu. That's my favorite. Yes, I'll have the paella.
Okay, good. And what will you have to start?
Well, the Japanese and Mexican dishes look very spicy, so I think I'd like the onion soup. What about you?
Well, sushi is very nice, but that's rice again. So I'll have the guacamole.
Great. So, are we ready to order?
Yes, I think so. Excuse me, could we order, please?
Tape script 27.
More coffee, madam?
No, thank you.
Would you like some more coffee, sir?
No, thanks. Could you bring me the bill, please?
Certainly, sir.
Please let me get this.
No, you're my guest. This is on me.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you for inviting me.
You're very welcome.
It's an excellent restaurant. Good food and friendly service.
I'm pleased you like it.
Here's your bill, sir.
Thank you. Do you accept credit cards?
Yes, we do.
And could I have a receipt?
Yes, of course.
Unit 4. Tape script 28.
Thomas Hart?
Hi, Thomas. This is Martin.
Martin, welcome back. How was your course?
Really good. I called yesterday evening, but there was no answer. Were you all out?
Actually, yes. I was in a restaurant with a client. I wasn't home until midnight.
Was Angela with you?
No, she was at a friend's house, I think. The children were at the cinema with friends.
Right. Well, are you free now? Can I come and see you?
Yes, of course.
Tape script 29. 1.
Where were you? I called, but there was no answer on this number.
I was in Paris from Thursday to Saturday.
Were you?
2.
There were 3 of us at the conference.
Was Christian there?
Yes, he was.
3.
How was the conference?
It was interesting, but by 8 we were all very tired.
I'm sure you were.
Tape script 30. Example.
Did you enjoy the course?
Yes, I did. It was really interesting.
1.
Did you improve your English?
Yes, I did. And I improved my Spanish too.
2.
Did you attend any Spanish classes?
Yes, I did to start with. I attended classes for 2 weeks. After that, I learned Spanish from my friends.
3.
Did you do any sport?
No, I didn't do any sport, but I started to learn the tango.
4.
Really? Did you live on the university campus?
No, I didn't. I lived in a flat in the city.
5.
And did you like the city?
Yes, I did. I really liked the people.
6.
And did you pass all your exams?
No. I failed my statistics exam the first time, but I passed it the second time.
Tape script 31.
Excuse me. Are you Yuji Shiguru?
Yes, that's right. You must be Paco Reverte. Thanks for coming.
No problem. Is this your first visit here?
Yes, it is.
What time did you arrive?
About midnight. My plane was late.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you sleep well?
Yes, thanks, I did. What time is our meeting?
At 10. Shall we go? We can have a coffee in the city center.
That would be nice. Do we get to the center by car or on foot?
By car. I parked just outside the hotel. This way.
Tape script 32. 1.
Do you smoke?
2.
Did you have a good journey?
3.
How's the hotel?
4.
Would you like a coffee?
5.
Here you are.
6.
Thank you for coming.
7.
I'm afraid that a lot of people are away today.
8.
Would you like a quick tour?
9.
Is this your first visit?
10.
We are very happy with your company's work.
Tape script 33.
Hi, Piera, this is Charles. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
When did you get back from Washington?
I got home on Sunday morning.
How was the meeting at Citibank?
Oh, it was very long. We didn't finish until 6. But it was a good meeting.
Did you go out in the evening?
Yes, I went out on Thursday evening to the theatre.
Where did you stay?
I stayed at the Madison.
Did you go shopping?
Yes, I bought some perfume and some shoes.
What did you do yesterday?
Oh, I was at the office. In the afternoon, I wrote my report, and in the evening, I answered my email.
Tape script 34. 1.
Hello, William. Could I introduce you to Isaac Cady from Washington? This is William Bernstein. He's an accountant.
Nice to meet you, Isaac. Do you know Mariana Tardelli? She's our marketing director.
How do you do?
How do you do?
2.
Hello, Carla. Meet Isaac Cady. This is Carla Dendena. Carla's in charge of human resources.
Nice to meet you, Carla. Are you busy at the moment?
Very.
3.
Isaac, I'd like you to meet Gianni Baresi, our company lawyer, and Daniel Jones, our sales director, who I think you met last year.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again.
Oh, and this is Erica Chang. She's Daniel's personal assistant.
How do you do?
4.
Can I introduce you to Frank Jensch? Frank here is our head of research.
A very important job. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. Come and see my laboratory if you have time.
Thank you. I'd like to.
Tape script 35A. 1.
Thank you very much. I would like to talk about the research department. As you know, there are 4 scientists in the department, plus 10 technicians. Our main activity is software research. We have a well-equipped laboratory and 4 offices. We are not in the main building. We work a lot with computer companies in the USA, so we spend a lot of our budget on travel.
2.
I am in charge of the purchasing department. There are 5 managers in the team and 7 administrative staff. We are responsible for all purchases, raw material, components, and other supplies. We travel a lot to China, the Philippines, and Korea. We have a large open-plan office on the 2nd floor and 2 more offices on the top floor. We use fax and email a lot.
3.
My department is the Human Resources Department. We are on the 1st floor of the main building. We are responsible for recruitment and training. As you know, we spend a lot of our budget on computer and language training. There are 6 of us in the department, plus the director.
4.
Hello. I am the head of the communications department. It's very small. There are 3 of us in one large open-plan office on the ground floor. We are in charge of internal and external communications and public relations. Our main projects are the company newsletter, which we produce 4 times a year, and we are also responsible for the publication of the annual report.
Tape script 35B. 1.
We work a lot with computer companies in the USA, so we spend a lot of our budget on travel.
2.
We are responsible for all purchases, raw material, components, and other supplies.
3.
There are 6 of us in the department, plus the director.
4.
We are in charge of internal and external communications and public relations.
Unit 5. Tape script 36.
Which company are you with, Alicia?
I work for Repsol YPF.
So you're in the oil business?
Yes, that's right. Oil and petrol are our main products. But the company also manufactures and distributes gas, petrochemicals, and electricity.
And what job do you do at Repsol?
I work in the training department. I train new employees. We're investing a lot of money in training at the moment.
Is the company expanding very quickly then?
Yes, it is. Repsol YPF is developing its activity in Latin America. And in Spain, we're building a big technology center for all our research and development work.
Really? Where in Latin America does Repsol operate then?
Well, mostly in Argentina. Recently, Repsol bought the Argentinian company YPF, and the company has a new South American headquarters in Buenos Aires.
Sounds exciting. And what are you working on at the moment?
Well, we're organizing specialized training programs because the company is introducing a lot of new technology and computer tools.
I see.
Tape script 37.
So, what company are you with?
I work for a company called ATC.
And what does ATC do?
We sell perfumes and beauty products.
And where do you work?
In our head office, in the centre of Stockholm.
So where are you travelling today?
I'm flying to Brussels.
Oh, really? My mother comes from Belgium, so I know the country well.
Really? Please excuse me, I have to go. My flight's at 2 o'clock.
Tape script 38.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to tell you how the Internet can help you to do business in the Asia-Pacific region. Let's have a look at this first slide. Can everybody see?
Yes.
Good. This table shows the number of Internet users in different parts of the world. On the third line, you have the figures for Asia-Pacific. Notice that the number of Internet users is rising rapidly, an increase of 878%. Yes, 878 in the 5-year period. What does that mean for e-commerce in Asia-Pacific? The column on the right shows the estimated revenue for e-commerce in 2002. For Asia-Pacific, the figure is $34.5 billion. Not bad when you compare with Western Europe at $55.5 billion and Japan at $26 billion. Let's look at my next slide. This pie chart compares the number of Internet users in 1997 and 2001. These figures are only for Asia Pacific. I'd like to draw your attention to the white and green segments. Can everybody see?
Yeah.
These show the percentage of Internet users in the region. In 1997, only 19% of the population had an Internet connection. For 2001, the figure is 35%. That's 28% in the highly developed countries, Australia, Hong Kong, and so on, and 7% in the developing countries like Malaysia and Thailand. So, as you can see, consumption is increasing dramatically in all Asia-Pacific countries. There is a big market in Asia-Pacific, ladies and gentlemen, and it's waiting for you.
Tape script 39.
Recruitment. Diagram. Percentage. India. Japan. Column. Figures. Compare. Remain. Consumer. Period. Segment.
Tape script 40. 1.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Turner. Which floor?
The third, please.
And how are you?
Very well, thank you, Mr. Trenton. And you?
Very well, too. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's nice to see the sun.
Yes, it is. Particularly in January. And how's your new job?
Fine, thank you. I'm enjoying it a lot.
I'm pleased to hear that. Ah, I think this is my floor.
Goodbye, Mr. Trenton. Have a nice day.
Yes. You too. 2.
Hello, Brigitte.
Igor! What a surprise! Great to see you again. How are you?
Not so bad.
And are you still working for MVC?
Yes, for the moment.
And how are things?
Well, not very good, I'm afraid. Business is very slow. There's a lot of competition these days.
Sorry to hear that, Igor. These seem to be difficult times for everyone. But how's the family?
Fine, thanks. Oleg is starting university this year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he 18 already?
Yes, he is.
Oh, that's incredible. So, what are you doing here at SEMA?
Well, I'm looking for a new job. And I think SEMA wants to offer me one. I'm going to see the head of IT this morning.
Are you? Well, that's great news, Igor. I'm really happy to hear that.
I think this is my floor.
Well, very good luck for today, Igor.
Thanks, Brigitte.
Tape script 41.
Danuta, hi. Welcome back. Did you have a good trip?
Yes, thanks, I did. It was great.
So, what was New York like?
Oh, very noisy. But it's an exciting city to visit.
Yes, everybody says that. What was your hotel like?
Well, my room was quite small, but the hotel itself was very clean and really convenient. Only 2 minutes' walk from the conference center.
How was the conference?
Oh, I loved it. People were really friendly, and I made 2 or 3 very useful contacts. I'll tell you about them later.
And what were the presentations like?
Well, actually, the talks that I went to were a little boring. I fell asleep in one of them.
You didn't?
Yes, I did. But that was the only negative thing. Generally, it was a fantastic visit. I would love to go again.
No, next time I want to go. You can stay here.
Unit 6. Tape script 42.
So, we are nearly ready.
Right. Let's just check the program.
Who's the guest speaker for the welcome dinner?
Elizabeth Cortez.
How do you spell that?
Cortes.
When is she arriving?
She's flying in from Boston on Wednesday morning. Miguel is meeting her at the airport at midday.
Where is she staying?
At the Ramada. She's leaving on Thursday. She and her husband are only staying one night.
What about Professor Lingwood? What time is she speaking on Thursday?
She's starting at 2:30.
What is she talking about?
TERN, Trans-European Road Networks. It'll be very interesting.
What about Professor Denier?
He's not coming this year. He's too busy.
Tape script 43A.
Is that Jaime? Hello, Jaime. This is Tim Railton. Are you going to the conference? When are you going? How long are you staying? Where are you staying? I'm staying at the Ramada. Are you speaking at the conference? What are you speaking about? That's interesting. Are you going to the cocktail party? What are you doing on Thursday evening?
Tape script 43B.
Is that Jaime?
Speaking.
Hello, Jaime. This is Tim Railton. Are you going to the conference?
Yes, I am.
When are you going?
I'm going on the 26th of July.
How long are you staying?
4 nights. I'm leaving on Saturday.
Where are you staying?
At the Sheraton.
I'm staying at the Ramada. Are you speaking at the conference?
Yes, on Friday morning.
What are you speaking about?
Underground train systems.
That's interesting. Are you going to the cocktail party?
No, I'm not free.
What are you doing on Thursday evening?
I'm meeting Thérèse Blanc.
Tape script 44A.
60th. 12th. 18th. 3rd. 20th. 31st. 13th. 15th.
Tape script 44B. 1.
May is the 5th month of the year.
2.
12.5% is 1/8.
3.
The last day of April is the 30th.
4.
The person who finishes first gets a gold medal.
5.
October to December is the 4th quarter of the year.
Tape script 45. 1.
The film Titanic, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, last night won 10 Oscars. The film is based on the true story of the ship which sank on April the 15th, 1912.
2. So, how did you see in the millennium? Can you remember?
Of course I can. We were up in the mountains in Switzerland drinking champagne. We had a great time. What did you do?
3.
Here is the news. It is 8 o'clock on June the 2nd, 1953. The first 2 men to climb Mount Everest arrived at the summit yesterday. Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing sent a radio message today to confirm their achievement.
4. Many countries have a 1-minute silence at 11 o'clock on the 11th day of the 11th month to celebrate the end of the First World War.
5.
This is the news on WKLG. Amelia Earhart today became the first woman to fly the Atlantic solo. This day, the 21st of May, 1932, will become famous in the history of flight.
6.
There is a full moon over Paris. It is July the 12th, 1998, and President Chirac hands the World Cup to Didier Deschamps. France are world champions of football.
Tape script 46. 1.
HK Oil and Gas, how can I help you?
Could I speak to Diana Wong, please?
I'm sorry, sir, but the line is busy. Would you like to hold?
Yes, please.
HK Oil and Gas. Hold the line, please. We're trying to connect you.
HK Oil and Gas. How can I help?
I wanted to speak to Diana Wong.
Her line is busy. Would you like to hold?
No, thanks. I'll call later.
2.
HK Oil and Gas. How can I help you?
Could I speak to Diana Wong, please?
Certainly. I'll put you through. I'm sorry, sir, but there is no reply from her office.
Do you have her mobile number by any chance?
Yes, I think we do. Let me see. It's 04345, then 4631.
Thanks very much.
3.
Hello, sales department, Diana Wong's phone.
Is that you, Diana?
Sorry, but Diana's out of the office today.
When are you expecting her back?
Tomorrow. Can I take a message?
Yes, please. Could you tell her Jordi Marrero rang? I'd like to see her on Friday. My direct line is 663-4562.
Okay, I'll give her the message. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for your help. Bye.
Bye.
4.
Hello. Is that Diana Wong?
I'm sorry, you've got the wrong extension. She's in the sales department.
Could you transfer me to her?
Yes, of course. Hold the line, I'll transfer you.
Hello?
Is that Diana?
Speaking.
Hi, it's Jordi Marrero.
Tape script 47. 1.
I'm arriving in Hong Kong on Friday.
2.
Where's he staying?
3.
When's she due back?
4.
You're welcome.
5.
No thanks. I'll call back later.
6.
I'm afraid she's out this afternoon.
7.
He's in a meeting this morning.
8.
He's got a meeting this morning.
Tape script 48. 1.
This is a message for Miss Diana Wong. It is May the 26th at 7:30. This is Suntour's Travel. Your ticket for Manila is ready. We'll put it in the mail for you tomorrow.
2.
Mrs. Wong, this is Patricia Lopez. I'm calling to cancel our dinner on the 9th of June. I have to go to Australia that week. My apologies.
3.
Hello, Diana. This is James Lee. Could you call me back this afternoon? It's now 3 p.m. on the 27th of May. My number is 452-98577. Bye.
4.
Hi, Diana. This is Jordi Marrero. I am at the Royal Garden Hotel. Please call me today, Friday, May the 27th, before 9 p.m. My number is 453-49823.
Tape script 49. 1.
Hello, Erica. This is Natasha.
Natasha! What a surprise! I didn't think you were coming this year. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you? When did you get here?
Oh, about an hour ago. It would be great to see you. Can we meet up?
Well, let me see. Are you free tomorrow evening?
Well, I'm going to the dinner.
Okay. Well, are you doing anything afterwards? We could meet up then.
Yes, that would be nice.
What time do you think you'll be free?
Is 10:30 okay?
Sounds good. Let's meet at the restaurant at 10:30.
Okay, 10:30 tomorrow then. I look forward to it. Bye.
2.
Hello, Michael Stefansson speaking.
Hello, Mr. Stefansson. My name is Natasha Hall. I work for Roche.
Oh, yes, Miss Hall. I know your work. What can I do for you?
I'm working on a project which might interest you. Would it be possible to meet?
Certainly. When would be convenient?
Wednesday would suit me.
I'm afraid I'm giving a paper on Wednesday morning.
What about the evening?
I'm going to the jazz concert at 10. Could we make it before dinner?
Yes. Is 7 all right?
That sounds fine. So that's 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Shall we meet in the lobby?
That's fine with me. I look forward to meeting you.
I look forward to meeting you too. Thank you for calling.
3.
Hello?
Hello. Could I speak to Dr. Jung, please?
Speaking.
This is Natasha Hall. I don't know if you remember me. We met last year.
Oh, yes. Of course I remember. It was in Berlin, wasn't it? I can't believe that was a year ago. So, how are things with you?
Everything is fine. I was wondering if you would like to meet up.
That would be nice. Are you doing anything tomorrow evening?
I'm sorry, I've got something else on tomorrow. Are you free this evening?
Yes, I am. Is 9 o'clock okay?
That's fine. Downstairs in the bar at 9. It'll be nice to see you again.
Lovely. See you then. Thanks for calling.
4.
Hello, is that Miss Aoki?
Speaking.
This is Natasha Hall. I'm calling to confirm our appointment on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm glad you called. I have a problem on Wednesday. I have another engagement. Could we cancel our meeting? Could we meet at another time?
Of course. When would be convenient for you?
I'm free on Thursday at lunchtime.
Could we have lunch together?
That would be nice. Shall we meet in the restaurant at 12:30?
That's fine. So that's Thursday the 6th at 12:30. I look forward to meeting you.
Thank you for calling. Bye.
Bye.
Tape script 50.
Hello, Mr. Stefansson. This is Natasha Hall again.
Hello, Miss Hall. What can I do for you?
We have an appointment tomorrow at 7. Would it be possible to change it?
Yes, I think so. What time would suit you?
Could we bring it forward a couple of hours?
5 o'clock. I'm afraid I'm busy.
Could we postpone it to Friday?
I'm going on the tour of New Orleans in the morning. Are you doing anything in the afternoon?
I'm afraid I'm leaving for Washington at 3. How about another day? Are you free on Thursday?
On Thursday morning, yes.
I'm free before 9. How about breakfast?
That would be fine. 8 o'clock in the coffee shop?
Fine. So that's 8 o'clock on the 6th, then.
Unit 7. Tape script 51. 1.
The car's quicker than the bus.
2.
The train's more tiring than the car.
3.
The bus is slower than the train.
4.
The train's more dangerous than the car.
5.
The country isn't as stressful as the town.
Tape script 52. 1.
Here in Japan, we live in very small apartments. The average living area is just 31 square meters per person, and it's particularly expensive to live in Tokyo. The average rent here is higher than in New York and Paris.
2.
As you know, the USA is a very big country. Space is very important for us. The average American has a living area of 59 square meters, and prices are not always high, even in big cities. Renting an apartment in New York, for example, is cheaper than in Tokyo or Paris.
3.
I've lived in Tokyo and New York, but now I live in Paris. Flats in Paris are more expensive than in New York, but cheaper than in Tokyo. And we have more space than in Japan. In France, our average living area is 37 square meters per person.
Tape script 53. 1.
Travelling by train is less tiring than driving.
2.
Renting a flat is cheaper than buying.
3.
I think the most important thing in life is money.
4.
Learning English is difficult, but it's easier than learning Japanese.
5.
The biggest problem in the world today is pollution.
6.
Life is more stressful than 50 years ago.
7.
The best holiday is one where you do nothing for 2 weeks.
Tape script 54A.
So, what is Veggievision?
It's a computerized scanner system for supermarkets. It's used to identify fruit and vegetables and to give the price.
Ah. Is it used by customers or by cashiers?
By cashiers at the checkout. So when a customer is buying some apples or some tomatoes, the cashier uses the Veggievision scanner to identify the items.
So, the main advantage here is speed, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely. Veggievision can identify fruit and vegetables faster than the cashier.
And how is it different from the supermarket scanners we see today?
It's an intelligent system. It learns all the time, just like you or me.
Tape script 54B.
So, how does Veggievision work exactly?
Well, let's take this melon. First of all, the product is scanned by the cashier. A photo of the product is taken, and then information about the melon's size, shape, and colour is recorded.
What happens then?
Next, the product details are compared with the database. That's the database of all the fruit and vegetables in the supermarket.
OK, I'm with you.
After this, Veggievision selects the correct item on the database. Then the cashier is shown a picture of the melon with the price.
And finally, the cashier confirms the choice.
Yes, she pushes this button.
Does Veggievision make mistakes sometimes?
No, but sometimes it finds it difficult to identify the item. This can happen when two types of fruit or vegetable are very similar in shape and size, like a grapefruit and an orange, for example.
What happens in that case?
Veggievision shows the cashier the two different fruits, and she chooses the right one. This is how it learns. Next time, it identifies the correct fruit immediately.
Tape script 55. 1.
It's rectangular. It's made of plastic. It's 8 centimeters long and 5 centimeters in width. It's about 1 millimeter thick. It weighs about 5 grams. It's multicolored. It's used for calling people. It's a phone card.
2.
It's round. It's made of metal. It's about 70 centimetres in diameter. It's about 8 kilograms in weight. It's often white. Maybe you have one on the roof of your house. It's used for receiving TV programs. It's a satellite dish.
3.
It's more or less rectangular. It's made of plastic. It's about 10 centimeters in length and 7 centimeters wide. It weighs about 100 grams. It's usually grey. It has a little round ball inside. It's used for working on a computer. It's a mouse.
Tape script 56.
Let's discuss the promotional gift. As you know, the marketing department have suggested 3 different products: the pedometer, the calorie counter, and the Relax Max CD. Anna, would you like to start?
Yes, I think the calorie counter is the best. It's cheap, and there's lots of interesting information in it. It also doesn't weigh much, so it's a good product to put in the cereal packet.
What do you think, Ned?
I don't agree with Anna. I don't like the calorie counter. I think it's a product that only interests women. Men want to be healthy, but they don't want to count calories.
Yes, I think you're right, Ned. So, which product do you prefer?
Well, in my view, the pedometer is the best. It's very original as a promotional gift, and it's very useful for men and women who go running.
Sorry, Ned, but I disagree. I think cost is a problem here. It's original, that's true. But if a lot of people want it, it will be very expensive for us. Don't you agree, Carmen?
Yes, I do. And I don't think it gives the right image. This cereal isn't only for people who do sport. It's for people who want a healthy diet.
Yes, I agree.
OK, I see you both disagree with me. So, how about the Relax Max CD? It's not very expensive.
And it interests both men and women.
Yes, I think so too. And it's not just a sports product.
Yes, you can imagine people eating our breakfast cereal, then sitting down to listen to the CD.
And doing their relaxation exercises.
Good. So, do we all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Unit 8. Tape script 57.
In March 1997, Robert Ayling, the chairman of British Airways, decided to create a low-cost airline. He asked Barbara Cassani to run it. 6 months later, she presented her business plan to the board of BA, who agreed to invest $25 million in the project. In November 1997, she announced the start of a new airline, but it still had no name. In December, she chose Stansted Airport in southeast England as the base for the new airline, and the following month, she chose the name Go. The first passengers took off in May 1998, and by 1999, Go had 13 aircraft in the air.
Tape script 58A.
Well, first of all, where was she born?
In the U.S. in 1960, I think.
What about her studies?
She got her first degree at a college in Massachusetts
and her master's at Princeton.
What about her husband? He's British, isn't he?
Yes, he is. She met him at Princeton.
OK. Now, what was her first job?
I believe she worked for a U.S. senator when she was still a student. So, that was in 1981. But her first real job was in 1984, when she was a consultant with Coopers and Lybrand. You know, the management consultants.
So, when did she move to England?
She was transferred here by Coopers and Lybrand in 1986, and then joined British Airways the following year.
In 87?
That's right. She worked in sales and marketing for 5 years, and then had her first baby in 1992.
And then?
The following year, she was offered the job of general manager in New York.
And from there she moved to Go, right?
That's right. In a way, she was Go's first employee. She was appointed CEO in 1997.
Tape script 58B. 1.
She was transferred here by Coopers and Lybrand in 1986.
2.
She was offered the job of general manager in New York.
3.
She was appointed CEO in 1997.
Tape script 59. 1.
In 1977, Michael Jordan earned $78,300,000.
2.
In 1899, a bottle of Coca-Cola cost 5 cents.
3.
In 1867, Russia sold Alaska to the USA for $7 million.
4.
The first American millionaire was Cornelius Vanderbilt, who left $100 million when he died in 1877.
5.
In 1995, the company secretary of Glaxo wrote a cheque for £2,474,655,000.
6.
In 1986, Dr. Ronald Dante earned $3,080,000 for a 2-day lecture course.
Tape script 60. 1.
The Starbird Group received good news this morning. The company, which owns over 100 hotels in Great Britain, has agreed to sell 30% of its shares to Italian entrepreneur Luigi Vieri. The shares were valued at £70 million. Shares in the group rose on the London Stock Exchange. They closed at £3.50.
2.
The Swedish furniture company IKEA has a new way of paying its employees their annual bonus. The money from all of today's sales will be shared between the staff.
3.
The Bank of England today announced an increase of 0.25% in its base rate. Banks immediately announced increases in interest rates. Shares fell as a result of this news.
4.
It was announced today that AGF, France's second-largest insurance company, will be taken over by Allianz to create a large pan-European insurance company. The headquarters of the new group will be in Germany.
Tape script 61.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to look at brands this morning, and as an example, I have chosen McDonald's. McDonald's is famous all over the world. It serves
40 million customers
every day. A new McDonald's opens somewhere in the world every 5 hours. The restaurants look the same, the menus are the same, and the clients get the same service. A McDonald's customer is always served in no more than 90 seconds. It all started in 1955, when a man called Ray Kroc opened his first restaurant in Illinois. He bought the name from two brothers called McDonald. To increase sales, he started advertising on TV in 1963, and a clown called Ronald McDonald appeared in the first ads. The clown was friendly and helpful and gave good advice to children. To raise more money for expansion, the company was floated on Wall Street in 1965. Incidentally, 100 shares cost $2,250. They are now worth $2.5 million. In 1967, Kroc opened his first restaurants outside the U.S., in Canada and Puerto Rico. And in 1968, his most famous product, the Big Mac, was launched. By the end of the 70s, they were ready for a new idea. The Happy Meal, a special menu for children, was introduced in 1979. 5 years later, the founder, Ray Kroc, died at the age of 82. At the start of the 90s, McDonald's opened in Beijing and Moscow. In 1995, Burgie, the Italian fast food chain, was acquired, and within 1 month, turnover increased by 50%. In 1996, Belarus became the 100th country to have a McDonald's, and 3 years later, the 25,000th McDonald's was opened in Chicago.
Unit 9. Tape script 62A.
Hello, Rosalind. Any mail this morning?
Good morning, Tony. Yes, there is. A letter from our head office in Germany. Astrid Kunin is coming to England next month.
What? To see us?
Well, she's coming for a sales conference in London, but she also wants to visit us here in Manchester. She would like to meet the key staff in the Manchester office and 1 or 2 of our British clients.
When's she arriving?
On the 4th of March, and she's staying all week until the 11th.
But that's in 2 or 3 weeks. That doesn't give us much time. How long is she staying with us?
Just a day. The afternoon of the Wednesday, then Thursday morning.
Is she spending the night here in Manchester?
I don't know. All I know is that she's arriving here at about 1 in the afternoon.
Tape script 62B.
Rosalind, can I ask you to organise Frau Kernan's visit?
Yes, of course. I'll phone Katja Muster in Germany first of all. I'll see if we need to reserve a hotel room. And I'll ask her about Frau Kernan's travel arrangements.
Yes, and can you offer to meet her at the station or airport?
Yes, sure.
Great. And we also need to know what time she's leaving on Thursday.
OK, I'll check that. Then I'll reserve a room for her at the Palace Hotel, if necessary.
Good. And what about the visit schedule? Can you ask Joseph to do that?
Yes. He's good at organising these things. I'll ask him to prepare a provisional schedule for the end of this week.
Thanks, Rosalind. We'll talk about this again on Friday.
Tape script 63. 1.
I'll give her a call.
2.
She's arriving on the 5:50 train.
3.
They aren't coming to see us next week.
4.
We'll see you at 2 p.m. on Thursday.
5.
You're staying at the Palace Hotel.
6.
He's not meeting her on the first day.
7.
When's he giving an answer?
Tape script 64.
So, what about the hotel rooms? Can you book them or shall I?
Can you do that? You're good at negotiating prices.
Sure. How about the guest speakers? Shall I invite them?
No, I'll do that. I have all their addresses.
Great. And can you ask them to send a summary of their talk?
Yes, of course.
Tape script 65.
How about this watch, the DBCV 501?
I like it, but I'm not sure about the market. Who'll buy it? Business people, I suppose.
Yes, particularly business people who travel a lot. It has some great features, like the world time indicator and the memo function.
Any particular type of business person?
Well, I think you'll have more success with men in the 20 to 35 age group. The product has a younger, high-tech image. Older men won't be interested.
Okay, so that's businessmen under 40. How about sales outlets? Will supermarkets buy it?
No, they won't. It's too specialized.
But I'm sure we'll have customers in airport shopping centres.
Yes, absolutely.
And by mail order?
Yes, I think you'll probably have your best sales by mail order.
What about advertising then?
I would say the specialist press. You'll get a lot of sales if you advertise in business magazines, for example.
And if we want to sell by mail order, it will be necessary to do some direct mailing.
Yes, of course. We have some very useful customer lists on computer. We can send them to you.
That would be great. So when do I have to make a decision?
Very quickly, I'm afraid. My client wants a distributor as soon as possible. If you don't decide now, you won't have another chance later.
Give me a week.
Fine.
Tape script 66. 1.
I haven't got any children.
2.
She's not 30, but 40.
3.
I won't sell many in Europe.
4.
Who'll work in the head office?
5.
We buy all our products from one supplier.
6.
I'd like this model.
7.
Would you like coffee or tea?
8.
They're not very expensive.
Tape script 67A.
Customer service, Stephanie Rose speaking.
Hello, this is Steve Meehan of TPS.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Steve Meehan. That's MEEHAN from TPS.
Mr. Meehan, sorry I didn't recognise your voice. What can I do for you?
I'm calling about my order for the calculators, the model RK529.
Yes, we sent them 2 days ago, I think. Did you receive them?
Yes, they arrived yesterday evening, but there were no instruction manuals in the boxes.
No instruction manuals? That's very strange. I'm very sorry about that.
Can you look into the problem?
Yes, of course. Can you give me the order number?
Yes, it's 4189/JG.
4189/JG. And it was 20 calculators, model RK529.
That's right.
OK, Mr. Meehan. I'll look into it and I'll call you back in 10 to 15 minutes.
Thanks. Speak to you soon.
Tape script 67B.
Hello, is that Mr. Meehan?
Yes, speaking.
This is Stephanie Rowe again. I'm calling about your instruction manuals. I'm sorry, but we found them here in our factory.
So you have them. Can you send them today?
Yes, of course. Shall I send them by express mail?
Yes, please, if you could.
OK, I'll do that. And I do apologise once again for the mistake.
That's okay. Goodbye.
Unit 10. Tape script 68.
Our next caller is Astrid Heiner, who has a translation agency in Essen, in Germany. Her letter is on page 35 of this week's magazine. Hello, Frau Heiner.
Hallo, Dr. Biz.
Now, just to remind everybody, your problem is that you don't have enough work all year round, but you don't have much money for advertising.
Yes, that's right.
Well, first, I think you should use your present customers more. Ask them to tell other companies about the good work you do.
Well, we ask our clients to do that now, but I don't think they have the time or they forget. So I don't think that's the answer.
Then how about advertising your agency on the internet? It's not so expensive, and maybe it's a good way to find new business in other parts of Germany.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Some translator friends of ours have an internet website, and they say the response isn't so good. I think we really need to offer other services to our present customers.
OK, why don't you offer language training in their companies? Lessons, I mean.
No, that's out of the question. As you know, we work from home, and we live about 80 kilometers from Essen. Most of our customers are in Essen, and it's just too far.
Yes, I can understand that. You only offer translation in 3 languages, is that right?
Yes.
That's not very many. I'd advise you to offer more unusual languages, like Chinese or Japanese, for example.
Ah, yes, that's a possibility. But we can't afford to employ any more people.
No, but many translators work for themselves. It's not always necessary to employ them. What about looking for specialist translators on the internet? I'm sure many of them advertise their services on the net, like your friends.
Yes, that's a good idea. A very good idea. I think I'll try that.
Well, let us know what happens, Frau Heiner. Good luck and goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you.
OK, can we have our next caller?
Tape script 69. 1.
I wear a suit and tie. I work for a large company with branches in nearly every town in Britain. The public visit us every day. Customers come inside or use the machines outside our premises. If they want to borrow money, they make an appointment to see us. I'm in charge of about 70 people. I use a computer for my work.
2.
I wear shorts for my job. I travel to different places. Each job lasts about 2 hours. The public watch me doing my job. People often shout at me. I am in charge of 30 men. I use a whistle for my work.
Tape script 70.
So, Roger, you are a bank manager and a rugby referee.
That's right. In fact, I am deputy manager of 2 branches of Lloyd's TSB.
How do you organise your time?
I have to do 20 hours per week for the bank, and then the rest of the time is free, so I can referee or train most afternoons.
Do you work long days?
Well, I have to be in the office by 8 a.m. most days, but I don't have to work after lunch or at weekends.
And which is more difficult, managing a bank or refereeing?
Well, they're both great jobs. In both, you have to be polite, friendly, and firm.
But you can't be too friendly, I suppose.
No, that's true. But you must be fair. I suppose players have to do what I say, but customers can decide for themselves.
Tape script 71.
These regulations are not all that clear to me. Could you explain them to me?
Sure, Dino. The first one means that you have to answer the phone immediately. 3 rings maximum. This gives the caller a good impression.
OK, that's clear. What about the next one?
Sound interested? Well, this means you must never sound bored or angry, even if the caller is difficult.
I see. And I have to introduce myself to every caller?
Yes. At the start of every call, you have to give your name. So you say, "Good morning, Gregorio, Sophie speaking," or Dino speaking in your case.
And I have to call the customer by name too?
Yes, that's right. It's more personal and more polite.
And this last one, what do we have to promise exactly?
At Gregorio, we aren't allowed to end a call without promising to do something. So you say, "I'll send you the catalogue today," for example. Or, "I'll see what I can do and I'll call you back."
I see.
Tape script 72.
Good morning, La Porta. How can I help you?
Hello, my name is Stephanie Strahl. I'm calling from Geneva. I understand you distribute furniture made by a Swedish company called Literatura?
In fact, it's a Spanish company, but we are the distributors.
Oh, okay. Could you send me a brochure, please?
Yes, of course. Could I have your name again, please?
Strahl. Stephanie. Strahl is S-T-R-A-H-L.
OK, I've got that. And the name of the company?
Strahl und Ceroni. That's S-I-R-O-N-I.
One moment, please. R-O-N-I. OK, I've got that. Could I have a phone number?
022-787.
022-787. Go on.
0540.
0540. Right. And can I have your address, please?
13 Avenue de Frontenac, CH 1207, Geneva.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
13 Avenue de D-I Frontenac, F-R-O-N-T-E-N-E-X.
Geneva.
That's right. And the postcode is CH 1207.
Fine. I'll put the brochure in the post today.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Tape script 73.
Would it be possible to send me a brochure?
Yes, of course. Let me take your details.
Ready?
Yes, go ahead.
My name's Daniel Aubert.
Sorry, I didn't catch your last name.
Aubert.
Daniel Albert.
No, it's Aubert. A-U-B-E-R-T.
OK, I've got that. Go on.
And my phone number's 0041 22 78.
Sorry, that's 0041 22
7824 6054. Have you got that?
Yes, I think so. Can I read that back to you?
412278246094.
54.
Sorry, 54.
That's right.
Tape script 74.
Good morning, Laporta.
Mr. Laporta? This is Stefanie Strahl. Thank you very much for your quote for the Literatura furniture. I'd like to place an order, but I find it a bit expensive. Is that your best price?
For 2 items, yes, I'm afraid it is.
What about 3 items? Could you perhaps offer me a discount on a desk, a filing cabinet, and a chair to go with the desk?
I think I could give you 15%.
So, 15% of £1,000 makes £800.
No, that's not quite right. Actually, I said 15%, not 20%. So I make that £850.
Oh yes, sorry. You're right. 15% of each item. And the chair?
I have a very nice one in stock at £150. Leather and chrome.
Okay, that sounds good. What about the transport? Is there any chance of a discount on that?
I'm afraid I can't reduce that because it's another company which does the delivery.
And the delivery time of 8 weeks?
Well, we have everything in stock, so if you order today, I can get everything to you within 30 days.
Oh, excellent. Payment 30 days after delivery?
Oh, I think 30 days after the order would be better.
Fine. I'll send an email to confirm.
Thank you, Miss Strahl. I look forward to receiving your confirmation.
Unit 11. Tape script 75A.
Where do you send people? All over the world?
No, not exactly. Most of our contacts are in Europe, particularly Southern Europe. But we're also now developing an activity in Southeast Asia, particularly in Japan, Thailand and China.
And do you specialise in particular types of jobs?
No, we don't. You see, we always work with big companies who need new staff in many different areas. So we recruit computer technicians, teachers, construction workers, project managers, engineers. We've even recruited a personal bodyguard for the president of a European company.
That's quite a range. Now, tell me about the work you do.
Well, like all the consultants in my firm, I specialize in one particular country. I'm working in Thailand at the moment, one of our new markets. I go there regularly, visit companies, and listen to their needs. I spend at least 3 days in each company. That's an important point.
Why is that?
Because we provide a very personalized service. We have to know the company well and the person who's going to work there. We don't want to recruit someone for Thailand who then leaves after 2 weeks because he's not happy.
Tape script 75B.
I can see you enjoy your job.
Yes, very much. I really enjoy learning about new cultures when I visit companies abroad. I also really like interviewing people for jobs, particularly younger people.
Why is that?
Because younger people are generally very interested in the country, not only the job, and that's very important.
What about the travelling?
Well, I love visiting new countries, but I don't really like taking the plane.
You don't like flying? Isn't that rather difficult for someone who works in Thailand?
Yes, a little.
Is there anything else you don't like?
Yes. I hate telling people we can't help them. Sometimes we say no because we feel a person doesn't have the right personal qualities to work in a certain country.
What qualities do you think are necessary for someone working abroad?
I think there are 3. First, they have to be adaptable, ready to change their working habits and their living habits. Secondly, they have to be sensitive people. That means they have to respect the culture of the country they are in. And finally, it's better if they are outgoing. Outgoing people will make friends easily and learn the local language more quickly.
Tape script 76.
Hey, Luis Antonio.
Bill, Pete, I don't believe it. Bill, how are you?
Just fine. You're looking good, Luis.
You too, Bill. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. When did we finish in L.A.?
In 1988. You went to Washington and I went back to Rio.
That's right.
So what are you doing now, Bill?
Well, I'm a project director with Sun Microsystems in Silicon Valley.
Sun Microsystems? That's great. How long have you worked there?
Since '97.
And where do you live?
In San Francisco. We moved there in 1994.
And I guess you are married now.
Yes, with 3 beautiful children, 2 sons and a daughter.
So, where did you meet your wife?
Well, Luis, do you remember a girl on our MBA course in Los Angeles? Her name was Melissa Norton. She always had the best grades.
Melissa Norton. Of course I remember.
Well, we got married in 1991.
Well, congratulations, Bill.
Thanks. What about you? Do you have a family now?
Well, it's a long story. Do you have time for a drink before your flight?
Tape script 77.
Can we talk about staffing levels now? Our objective was to reduce our staff by 10%. How are we doing for the moment?
Well, the number of new employees has fallen dramatically this year. Last year we took on 60 people, but this year we've only taken on 16. We stopped all new recruitment 6 months ago.
What about the number of transfers?
Transfers have gone up too. This year we've transferred 13 people to other divisions of the company. Last year it was only 4. But the number of resignations is down. Last year 5 people left the company, but this year only 2 have resigned.
Have we managed to persuade more people to take early retirement?
Yes, that's been a success. 20 employees have taken early retirement this year. That's 14 more than last year.
But we've had some redundancies.
Yes, unfortunately. But it could be worse. We've made 6 people redundant this year. I hope there won't be any more.
Well, let's add up the figures and see.
Tape script 78.
Let's start with men's view of male bosses. You will notice that the number of men who prefer to have a male boss has gone down since 1982. But let's look at the figures in detail. Between 1982 and 1993, the number fell by 7% to reach 33%. What is interesting is that since 1993, the number has risen again by 2%. How does this compare with men's opinions of female bosses? In 1982, only 9% of men preferred a woman boss. In 1993, the number rose by 7% to 16%. But in the last few years, it has decreased by 4%, back to 12%. As you can see, in recent years, there has been some kind of reaction against the idea of female bosses. The best news is, perhaps, that we now have a small majority of men, that's 52%, who have no preference. The numbers have increased by 6% since 1982.
Unit 12. Tape script 79A.
Sergio, Thank you for agreeing to this interview. How old are you?
I'm 51.
And what is your profession?
I'm an accountant.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Does your wife work?
Yes, luckily. She's a teacher.
Could you tell me about your last job? Who did you work for?
I worked for a chemical company near Milan.
How long did you work there?
For 14 years.
How did you lose your job?
The company was taken over by a Swedish firm, and I was made redundant.
So how long have you been unemployed?
For about 6 months.
Tape script 79B.
So, Sergio, it must be difficult being unemployed at your age.
Of course. Many people don't want to employ someone over 50.
So how do you spend your days?
I get the newspaper every day and look at the job advertisements. When I see something interesting, I apply.
Any luck so far?
Yes, I was offered something last month, but the job was not very interesting.
Do you meet other unemployed people?
Not really. I prefer to stay at home and work on my PC. I'm also studying psychology.
That's an interesting idea. What else do you do?
I have lunch with my former colleagues about once a month. They often hear about jobs and so on. They often have useful information.
Have you registered with a recruitment agency?
No, I haven't. I think they already have too many people on their books.
So how much time do you spend looking for a job?
Oh, about 10-15 hours per week. The rest of the time I do the housework and other things.
Are you optimistic?
Yes, but I really don't want to leave Milan.
I see. Thank you.
Tape script 80A.
Unemployed. Accountant. Manufactured. Company. Recruitment. Optimistic. Pharmaceutical. Psychology. Interview. Redundant. Psychological. Responsible. Information. Secretary. Fortunate. Confident.
Tape script 80B. 1.
She was made redundant by a pharmaceutical company.
2.
I'm confident about the interview.
3.
Who's responsible for recruitment?
4.
I'm the company accountant's secretary.
5.
This information makes me more optimistic.
Tape script 81. 1.
So, what is your job exactly?
I write market reports about the chemical industry.
How do you do that?
I talk to people in the industry. I read articles and, obviously, I follow the markets.
What sort of equipment do you use?
Well, there are some good internet sites which give a lot of information. In fact, sometimes there is too much information. And I also use teletext on my TV. My doctor says I spend too much time in front of a screen, but I don't really have a choice.
Where do you work?
I work at home near Oxford. When I lived in France, I had an office in Paris, but I moved to England 2 years ago. and found I could do the job from home. I have a very small office with my fax, my phone, and my PC. In fact, it's not really big enough for me and all my equipment, but I manage somehow.
And do you work normal office hours?
Yes. I start at about 9 and work until 3:30. This gives me enough time to go and pick up the children.
So, no business lunches?
No, unfortunately. It's usually a quick sandwich in the kitchen, then back upstairs. It was nice before to have lunch with contacts or colleagues, but now I waste less time. Now I only speak to colleagues on the phone. Sometimes it's too quiet in my office.
So, do you prefer the traditional way of working?
It depends. I feel I work more efficiently at home because in an office there are too many distractions. But I do miss the contact with colleagues.
Thank you.
2.
You're a market analyst, I believe.
That's right. I work in Brussels and I analyse the petroleum market.
What sort of office do you have?
It's a very modern, open-plan office. It has workstations for about 20 people in one large area.
Surely that's too many people.
Not really. In the morning, there are usually about 15 people, but after lunch, there are fewer. When you arrive, you take a space that is free. If you don't arrive early enough, you don't get the best places next to the window.
Isn't it very noisy?
Not really. And anyway, it is good to hear other conversations. It helps you to know what's happening on different markets and with different customers.
What about lunch?
We usually take customers and contacts to lunch. It's a good way of getting information. When I have enough data, I write my reports.
What sort of equipment do you have?
Computer screens with direct online data from the markets. Everyone has a laptop and a phone. That way they can work anywhere.
So what are your normal hours?
I start really early at about 7 and I finish at about 7 p.m. And then I go for a drink with my colleagues. I get home at about 9, which my wife thinks is too late.
Tape script 82. 1.
That was very nice. I'll get the bill.
No, this is on me. You can pay next time.
Oh, that's very kind of you. It's been a very pleasant evening.
I enjoyed it too.
2.
See you tomorrow.
Yes. Have a nice evening.
3.
Okay, I've really enjoyed studying with you.
Me too. See you next year, maybe?
I hope so. Anyway, have a safe journey back.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
4.
Thank you very much for coming. It was very interesting.
Thank you for giving me the time. Shall I call you next week?
No, that's okay. Just send the price list. I'll get back to you.
5.
So, is that your best offer?
I'm sorry, I can't go any lower.
In that case, we accept your terms.
Thank you. I'll write to confirm everything.
6.
So that brings me to the end of what I have to say. Now, does anybody have any questions?
Tape script 83A. 1.
Thanks for coming.
2.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
3.
I hope to see you next week.
4.
Thanks for everything.
5.
Have a safe journey.
6.
See you on Monday.
7.
It's been a lovely evening.
8.
This is on me.
Tape script 83B. 1.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for the invitation.
2.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Yes. Sleep well.
3.
I hope to see you next week.
I hope so too.
4.
Thanks for everything.
It was a pleasure.
5.
Have a safe journey.
Thanks.
6.
See you on Monday.
Yes. Have a nice weekend.
7.
It's been a lovely evening.
Thank you. It was nice to see you again.
8.
This is on me.
That's very kind of you.